welcome to another INFJ ramble. Um, I feel like you will be able to relate to the fact that INFJs are energetic sponges, and we are constantly moving through the world, absorbing energies all around us. In fact, when I was younger, I had a hard time kind of like being able to differentiate between the emotions that were my own and the emotions that belonged to others that I came into contact with. Sometimes I didn't even need to come into contact with them. It was just kind of like something I picked up while I was out and about, and it I soaked it up like a sponge. And then I didn't know what to do with it, you know? It can be really confusing, and nobody teaches you this stuff. However, I kind of wanted to make a video on it just in case somebody was seeking a remedy, and I'm all about seeking remedies, um, so that we can grow and become better human beings in general. Isn't that what life's all about for us anyway? I'm working so hard to make this world a better place. And the only way you can make the world a better place is, well, it starts with you. And that's why I guess it's so important to know yourself and to take the time to become intimate with yourself and to become your own best friend. There's a couple of things. So last night I was going through, I don't know, a heavy emotional, and emotions are basically energy in motion. I think we have emotions tied to a feeling, and that could be it, but that's just kind of like on the surface. If you were to delve deeper, everything is energy, and you don't have to label it, it's just energy. And I have a tendency to, I don't know, catch emotional contagions from my environment or the people around me. And I think that's why I've made peace with just being by myself, because it gives me the necessary time that I need to self-care, to kind of like rebalance myself, realign myself, and to take care of all the stuff that I have absorbed throughout a day. You know what I mean? But anyhow, so I was hit hard with some stuff, and I knew like I was trying to like process it. And what came to mind was the words, um, I guess, alchemy and transmuting energy, because I obviously was feeling a lot of like really heavy and dense energy within myself. Like it got to a point where I was getting really a high level of anxiety and paranoia. And I just had to just kind of like try to recenter myself, reground myself, go back to my breath, go back to mindfulness, being present, being highly aware of what was going on and the process that was taking place. But anyhow, I came across, so anytime I'm in like a certain state, certain words will pop into my mind, and thank God for Google. I can like Google like keywords, and it'll pull up articles, and you know while I go through articles I can see if it resonates with me or if it's just complete ludicrous. But I did come across a really interesting article by it's thewakeupexperience.eu, if you're interested, and they touch on 15 tips on how to become a master alchemist and transmute energies. It's a it's a beautiful article, and it makes sense, and if you need like a reference tool or guide, this is a really good one. They even talk about why feeling like crap is an essential part of light work. So feeling like crap is not bad. It's actually good. And that's why when people get sick, I tell them like, like, cuz most people like associate getting sick as something negative, but I tell them, you're upgrading your system. You're discarding stuff that no longer serves you on a cellular level, and then you're leveling up. So getting sick is actually a good thing. It allows you to kind of reset your system on a molecular atomic level, and then just kind of help you to like make space to enter a new level. So helps you to level up, energetically. But anyhow, um, so I didn't write this article, but I like to share it with you because it's just so informative. It's probably going to be mostly me reading off of a page that you could actually reference on your own. But hey, let's just get into this, okay? So the whole ascension process does not have the goal to keep us in pain. It is a deep cleansing process to free us from old belief systems, fears, and pain. It is meant to spark us, motivate us to heal and go for our heart's desires and dreams. We are here to become a free spirit, our true authentic self. Blah, 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 blah. Don't be upset over alleged setbacks. You are always moving upwards, although it might sometimes feel like being thrown back to zero. It is not the case. See it as taking a step backwards to reintegrate, recalibrate, and to prepare for the next big leap forward. I agree with that. Okay, so there's 15, and it's really, 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 I don't know if you can see. It's really lengthy. It's a lengthy article, so I'm just going to like touch on the 15 things. The first thing is be grateful. And I have been practicing this in my life quite actively. So if something good happens, I'm grateful. If something bad happens, I'm also grateful, I don't push it away. I don't look at it from a victim mentality viewpoint. I just see, like, if something negative appears, or what seems to be negative appears to me, because it's not negative or positive, unless you're living in a dualistic plane of existence, but it's all about rising beyond dualism and integrating into wholeness, right? So, yeah, if something negative happens to me, I actually, I'm grateful for it. I, I'm thankful that it has presented itself to me because it's probably something that I need in order to level up, whether it be, observing it to see what I do not want to emanate, or maybe just kind of like taking that energy into me and transmuting that energy and using it as, I don't know, using it as something in its densest form and using that to kind of help me to have the opportunity to, like I said, just kind of transmute it alchemically, you know what I mean? Second thing is just identify with your ego. Um, yeah. Our ego sits exactly between the mental and the emotional body and creates a lot of chaos with our thoughts and feelings. It is a master in leading our mind away from the now, projecting fears that we experienced in the past into the future. We are caught up in should have, could have, if I would have thoughts, and are coming up with scenarios that could happen. And we blame others, we blame ourselves, we blame the universe. Our ego has got us so wrapped up in fear patterns that we are unable to see the bigger picture and love that is trying to shine through. So I have been kind of working on ego obliteration. Still, of course, fine tuning, but I am aware of that, and I have been working on dismantling my ego, but also honoring it and thanking it for doing its job. You know what I mean? It's not our enemy. It's obviously there to guide us and teach us what to do and what not to do. Third thing is forgive yourself and others. That I have also been proactively implementing because, everyone's on their own path and everybody is free to be. And, we are doing the best that we can in every moment based on our level of consciousness and awareness. And you can't get mad at like an infant soul because the infant soul hasn't garnered enough experiences to know any better. So all you can do is just kind of forgive yourself if you're feeling feelings of irritation or animosity, and forgive others because they're trying the best, and so are you. The fourth is accept, embrace, and let go. working on that, the letting go. I'm super working on that. Um, I think I've gotten better at accepting all circumstances around me and seeing them as they are and being okay with it. Um, and then now I'm working on just really letting it go. I think I'm getting better at it though. I just had to, like I said, I just had to process some really heavy stuff last night. And I'm feeling much lighter already. And that's within like a 24-hour time span. Heal your inner child. So the inner child is the wounded, abandoned, and hurt part within ourselves that recalls those bad memories and delivers the energetic software to our ego with the protection strategy we once came up with to avoid pain or punishment. I think I've made friends with my inner child. In fact, I laugh and I play a lot and I enjoy that. And it's funny, I'll come across people who have also made, um, who are also like good friends with their inner child, and we'll play together and it's a lot of fun. You know, it's about like getting out of that whole like adult mentality and just letting go and just being a child again, you know, regardless of the vessel that you're in or the earth years that you've garnered. um, 6, redirect the energies and find joy. I think that's pretty self explanatory. 7, love yourself and treat yourself well. I agree with that. It's about becoming your own best friend. And, you know, we've been externalizing ourselves into other people and other things and experiences, but in actuality, it's all about you. You are the one. You will be with yourself from the beginning to the end. And since you're tied to yourself, you might as well love yourself and treat yourself well and not allow anything that is not in alignment with your soul to like affect you, you know? Appreciate your body. Um, is 8. 9 is sound healing. Yeah, I do. I sometimes I have singing bowls, and but most recently I prefer silence. I prefer listening to the wind or the birds or my wind chimes, my breath. Yeah, so sound healing does help. I know there's different like frequencies that you can listen to kind of shift things within you. And I do listen to certain frequencies on YouTube. They have like channels dedicated to just emitting these sounds that resonate at a certain frequency. Um, 432 hertz music has a calming effect. 528 is the heightened frequency of the heartbeat of the higher dimensions and unconditional love. So just go on YouTube and type on like 432 hertz or 440 hertz or 528, and a whole slew will come up. Even it even goes higher. Just depends on what you need. You know what I mean? 10, keep your power. The awakening process can be very confusing, upsetting, and painful. This leads us to have more questions than answers, and our logical brain and ego wants answers fast. It is more than tempting to ask others for advice, get psychic readings to find out more about our situation and the next steps we should take. There's one big issue with that, though. We are giving our power away to others. We make ourselves dependent again. Awakening is about self-love and trusting our own abilities. This is true. The only guru you need is you. This is true. And I think it's all a progression. So once you start stepping into your power, you will realize that no one knows what's best for you except for you. And that's why when people come to me and they want advice, I usually tell them, you know what's best. You know, this is what I think on the situation, and this is what I think you could do to remedy your situation. However, you know what's best for you, you know? Like, what I have to say is just an opinion. One opinion of many. You know, there's 7 billion people on the planet. 11 is sharing. Share your love, your experience, your concerns with other like-minded people. Find your tribe that gets you and vice versa. Sharing is a wonderful way of redirecting energies into something useful. Even smallest things like thanking a waiter, holding the door open for someone will change the energy quickly. 12. Regrounding and balancing in nature. Nature is my freaking sanctuary. Aside from this room, which is also my sanctuary, nature for sure. I try to get to the forest or the ocean as much as possible. Yep. 13. Watch children. We can learn so much from our children. Just watch them play. They're completely in the now and not worrying about yesterday or tomorrow. Maybe you're even brave enough to play yourself. Sit in a swing, build a sandcastle, or play Boy Scouts and go exploring. Yes, I do that. Don't try, allow is number 14. No matter what you do, practice to let go of control and let things unfold. Instead of making concrete plans, just know what you want. The universe will take care of how. Go with the flow and trust that you will get what you wish for or something better. And then we come to the last one. I'm so sorry. This video is very long strung. 15. Find correlations and get to know your system. In general, on all healing levels, always look for correlations. What makes you think, feel, or experience body symptoms or emotions in a certain way? Observe your environment and what is going on with the people around you or on the planet or in the universe. You might find out that the fatigue you're experiencing comes from too many people around you or an EMF field close by. Or your nervousness always starts after having eaten a certain food. Your sudden emotional breakout might be caused by earthquakes or solar flares. Finding these correlations takes the drama out of the equation, and you can appreciate your body as a radar system that gives you clues about the energies around you. So that was it. I'm going to wrap it up. 17-minute long video. But again, thewakeupexperience.eu. And the article is called 15 Tips on How to Become a Master Alchemist and Transmute Energies. Well, if you learned something, cool. If you didn't learn anything, that's cool too. All I have to say is you're strong, you're powerful, and you can get through anything life throws at you. Enjoy everything as it is and keep on keeping on. All right? Blessings to one and all. Thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. Amen.